Hello and welcome to another Minecraft tutorial, and in this one I will be showing you guys my village breeder design. It should work on most versions. If it doesn't work on a specific version of Minecraft that you're playing and you built it and tested it, let me know what didn't work and maybe I can, improve this one. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Alright, so if you want to build this, you're going to need a building block of your choice, dirt, you're going to need glass, obviously a hoe of some kind. It doesn't matter what you make it out of, really. You're just going to need that tool. Alright, so let's get started. The first thing you want to do is with the framework, obviously. And we go 11 blocks wide. So I've already started here. You go 11 blocks wide. Then you're going to want to go 14 blocks in length. So starting with this one right, you're going to count 14 that way. And once you've done that right, you'll know pretty much the rest of your framework where it's going to go. And if you're wondering, this frame, you might as well build it at least a minimal of 10 blocks, into the sky. Because when the baby villagers drop out, right, you're going to need some way to transport them. So you're going to want to give yourself room to do that. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is place the dirt. So looking at the design I have here, you're gonna go, so not one, but at the second block here, going on the lengthwise axis there. So you got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you're gonna go 6 with your dirt here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come all the way across. Get rid of that one. I'm going to try and make this tutorial, short and sweet, but informative at the same time, so I apologize if it does seem like it's longer than necessary to some people. Alright, so basically you're going to find the center point to this, which isn't that hard. You could even see it when we look at it from a little ways back out here. Just going to smash a hole right there. Then what you're going to want to do is get some scaffolding or something, because you're going to want to put a half slab, just like that, underneath there. Okay? And this block, like the water source block, it could go there, it could go here, but it should cover this entire area if you did it correctly. Now let's get our water. Put some water in. And before you start getting the land ready to plant seeds, you're going to want to put this right here. And like I said in the description of this video, guys, this is going to work on most versions because I've considered all the bullshit that's involved with water logging. Because I've seen a design, and if anybody's watched my season 2 so far, they'll know that I have mentioned this. I tried a design in a recent episode, and it didn't work because the water logging mechanics are different between all the versions of Minecraft. So that's something I actually took into consideration, unlike the person who I watched a tutorial on. Okay, so what you're gonna need is just planks. We'll go with oak, just because it's easy to get. Relatively simple resource. You are going to fill this in right here with planks, okay? Because essentially what this villager breeder is, it's a small floating village up in the sky. It's all it really boils down to. Alright, so from where we put the planks, you're going to go 2 inwards. No, I don't have the thing on. Okay, good. Right, so you're just going to make a little bit of an indentation there. Right, so you know where you're going. And you want to break them down to that center point, like that. Okay, then you're gonna need to grab trapdoors. Once again, we will just use oak because it's a pretty common resource. Yeah, depending on where your spawn is, whatever. All right, now the design, you'll see a lot of designs use glass or half slabs. That's stupid. I'm just gonna tell you right now that's a dumb idea. I have been experimenting with this, and that is a really terrible idea. All right, so once you've done that, we're gonna put in this little part back here. Oops. Didn't mean to break that. We're gonna put this in here, and this is essentially what's gonna guarantee all your baby villagers are going to fall out. Now this took a little bit of experimentation and some testing, but I'm glad I took the time before just jumping to release a video on this. Because we're gonna actually exploit the whole villager mechanics even more. Okay? And I'll explain how that's gonna work. So that has to come 3 out, and that is 3 wide. Alright, so you're gonna find, you know, that center point there. And it's easy to know right here because, right, you got these to help you figure that out. Like I said, I'm sorry if the video is a little lengthy, but I have things to explain that need to be explained. Alright, so you go 3 out, right? Now this platform is going to come in useful later on. Now, we got to break out this block and this block. Okay? And you're going to put a trapdoor there and a trapdoor there. And you're just going to leave that one closed for now. And like I said, I'll quickly do my best to explain what everything is going on here and how it's working the way it does. Now, after you've done pretty much the structural framework for the villager breeder, you're going to want to build up a glass wall. Just, you know, so you can make sure everything's working. You don't have to be in there all the time, right? Let's see, yeah, just build up your glass wall like so. You're going to see me skip this part for now, but you'll understand why once I actually do my best to explain stuff here a little better. So we're going to build a glass wall, as you can see. And this is kind of, it's optional, I'm going to say, if you want to build the wall out of glass, but you need this 2 high glass wall. Alright? Now, beds. I'm just going to go with 2 color choices of beds here. I'm going to use red as one of them, and I'm going to use cyan as the other. So, one bed, the red one will go in there, but it's not going to go in there right away. The first thing you want to do is put one here, one there, one there, and one here. Now you're going to notice you got this little bit of a space here, but that's fine. Like I said, this is pretty much a small floating village, this design. So, you know, you got to give your villagers some room to freely move about, right? Alright, so next up, once you've done that, we got to put a roof on this. Where the beds are, we're going to do that part last. So right here, you're going to go, you know, 3 blocks high, because you don't want them to be able to jump. That was another thing I noticed that was a problem with the other design. The farmer would till, you know, like he wouldn't, sorry, not till, he would farm the crops. And when he did that, it's like, okay, he gets the crops, he feeds the other villagers, right? So I was like, okay, I see the mechanics on how that works. But then I noticed the crops were getting trampled, and he can't actually use the hoe to, you know, use the hoe on that block again to make it farmland again. I don't know, best way to explain it there. So what we do is with the 2 high roof, we literally we're preventing that from being a, if I just set myself to survival over here, right? If I just try and, you can hear me spamming the X button, I can't ruin the croplands by trampling them anymore. And like I said, the farmer villager, he can't automatically retill them, so yeah. So that's what the roof being that high there prevents. For here, right, and like I said, I will do my best to explain everything. Go like that. Okay, so some things in this build might be a little costly. Like, you don't have to put all of them on top like I did. You could use torches there, but the ones inside here, you actually want lanterns for. So you're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4. And some people are going to think this is stupid, but this is actually better than putting half slabs in above the trapdoors. And I'll explain that too afterwards. Alright, so now you need the job profession of choice, right? So you're gonna need at least 1 composter, right, for the farmer. You're going to need something else. Like, I don't know. It's completely up to you, you know. Like, say we get for the hell of it. So once you've placed your 4 job blocks, as I'm going to say, you put a glass block above them because sometimes the baby villager, right, will get on top of these and then they'll trample your crops. So once again, we're preventing that from happening at all costs because when that happens, everything just breaks. The farmer can't farm no food and your breeder pretty much stops working because there's no more food being made to pass around with the other villagers, so on and so forth. Okay, so this next part, you're gonna put a block there, place one like that and break it across, come over, and you're just gonna build it like this, right? Oops. Alright. Now the baby villager has a possibility of getting up there and jumping out, so to prevent this, we're just going to half slab over here. Just like that, and that should stop that from happening. Also, I forgot to mention, when you're in here to help light up this area right here, just come along, you know, push up against this block, look up, place one lantern there, and that should light up the majority of the field for you from within side. And as you can see, this is going to light up pretty much this whole other half over here for you. So you don't need a ton of stuff on top like with over there. I keep forgetting that I'm going to break stuff. Alright, so once you've done all that, right, you should have something that looks like this. This is what you should have so far. Pretty straightforward. Like I figured I didn't need to do a whole little chest thing there. Because like I said, I'm gonna have to explain some of the mechanics and why and how this is working, because that's kind of the most important thing that's going on here, if you ask me. Okay. So now if we what was I thinking here? Next step, we gotta put this other section in, and this is how we're really gonna exploit the villagers' mechanics the most. But before you put this other bed in, right, like, you gotta get the other villagers. So what you want to do, build this up like so. Just have this come out. You're pretty much gonna make like a little chamber here. And it doesn't matter because you'll see why. And I'll show that too in this video, how this all works. So for now, we're just gonna say this is my way in. And then we need to get to our villagers in this scenario. Get the villager spawn egg. So these trapdoors have a chance of more than anything of just letting the cats escape, right, if you want cats. They also give a chance to for the baby villager to fall out. But theoretically, if you don't care about the cat, like, I'm just gonna say this now, if you don't care about the cats, because like that type of thing happening, right, you can just do this, right? You got that option with this design. Over here, right, we're going to put a glass block right above there, and we're going to open up both these trapdoors. This is critical because you need 2 here. I tested this. If there's only one, the baby villager gets too close to the bed, right? And he sleeps in it, and then, you know, blah blah blah. 2 block gap here with the trapdoors. It tells their pathfinding, like, yes, you can cross here. But it's such a gap that he doesn't have a chance to actually get in the bed, which is great, because this is going to guarantee that your baby villagers always fall out of the villager breeder structure before they're fully grown. Because, and this is, like I said, what we're going to take advantage of. You place your 4 beds in, right? You're going to have to go through the trouble of getting the villagers, obviously. And it's kind of funny, right? You can walk between these, and like I said, I'll explain all that near the end. So let's get our 4 initial villagers in here. Okay, that one's taking a profession. That one's taking a profession. And this should be our farmer. Perfect. So now what I need to do, and you can do this ahead of time if you so choose to, you're going to need to plant the field, right? Because your farmers, like, you can give them seeds and all that too once you get them in there. All that good stuff. Like I said, I just wanted to go through with you amazing viewers step by step because I don't know, you guys deserve a design that's going to work for most versions of Minecraft. Like, even if people are still playing the PS4 edition, even when it becomes outdated, you know, and it's up, you know, it's moved on to Bedrock or whatever, there's probably still going to be some people playing this, I imagine. So, you know, I want it to work for everything as much as possible. Okay? So now these villagers, by logic, and this is all, now I can start explaining things. By logic of Minecraft's game mechanics, right? The villagers have all chosen those 4 beds, right? I don't know which ones they have chosen, but they have each chosen one of those 4 beds here. Okay? So that means when we, for example, let me get out of here. If we go over here, right? And you see, even the cats will go out there sometimes, so you got kitty cats too if you want those. If we place a bed here, right, that's going to tell the village, this little floating village technically, by the game logic, like I said, that there is another space for a villager, which then the villagers go into breeding mode, right? Like, the crops will get grown. Like, he's just going to look at them like a retard, so... Here, let me, whoops. Alright, so here we are. Like I said, just, you know, quick transition there to do this. I didn't want to bore you guys with anything that was completely unnecessary. So now that the crops are actually growing right, everything is kind of in full effect here. We have the 5th bed to dictate to the game that, okay, there's space for another villager. There's no way these crops can get trampled, right? These trops. Oh my good lord. So yeah, crops can't get trampled, which means you don't got to worry about that problem with this design. I know that's something a lot of people probably haven't really considered, so like I said, I thought I'd do a ton of experimenting before just jumping to release a design. Now, as I explained, right, you have the option to open these trapdoors. And you can see the villagers will go in between them when the doors are open, right? But if those, doors are closed. If those trap doors are actually open, they won't walk over them for some strange reason. I don't understand. It's like the game's telling them, yes, I can go there, but I'm not going to go there. And also, the problem with the half slab design, okay, I'm going to quickly explain this before I forget too. The reason why we have lanterns here is because they have a small hitbox. Right, you can see that, I know it's really hard to see when you're not playing PC, but you got that little black line right there where my crosshairs are. That's a small hitbox, and it allows the farmer villager to actually see past these things to see that there's crops ready, right? And as you can see, he's already tossed around food. He's got, you know, that mojo in the air there for them, and they're doing their thing. And I think the first baby villager of the tutorial has actually been born. Yes, there he is. So he's technically, by Minecraft's logic, right, he is now the owner of that bed I'm looking at right there, right? The adults are owners of this one, and it takes more than a Minecraft day, from what I can tell, from testing for hours, for a baby villager to grow up. So this design, I'm not gonna say is flawless, because like I said, I can't test it on all versions, but it's damn near flawless. Okay, probably one of the best you're gonna find right now until Minecraft gets more updates. So now there's a chance, right, that baby villager's either gonna walk out of there on their own, or we can force it, right, just by the whole day and night cycle. Like I said, we're truly exploiting every possible mechanic we can in this design. Right, we're utilizing the whole, you know, 2-block high at most for a roof prevents crop trampling. We have, you know, blocks on top of the work blocks, like job blocks, to prevent them, because they seem to like to climb on top of those things for some strange reason. I don't know why, it's just they're in their nature. We have trapdoors, optional trapdoors, right there, that give you an extra chance. Like, see, he's kind of avoiding it right now, right? But if I, with the power of creative mode, right, for this demo, if I set this to night, guaranteed villager drop, just like that, okay? And that will happen every time it becomes night, right? And these guys, and so what your job is as the viewer, right, when you know, build this and test this design, is to figure out some kind of system to move them, right? Because I've given you options technically. I give you these ones as extra ways to, you know, get them out of there. Same with cats if you wanted a cat. But this one's going to be your guarantee right here, right? So you could technically have them all funnel down from these ones, like funnel from here over into this one, and then drop down and going wherever you need the little guy to go. Like, look at him. Oh, he's so cute. Where you going, little fella? But yeah, that's pretty much most of the mechanics that I thought I actually needed to take that extra time to explain, because, and we'll sit here and watch them for just another minute or so, but yeah, these this is like the best design, and I'm glad I actually took the time, like many hours, once again, like I do most of my Minecraft tutorials and other tutorials I make. Yeah. It was a lot of work. I hope people appreciate it, you know, I hope it helps them out. If you did try it on a different version of Minecraft that isn't the PS4 edition, and something didn't work, do not hesitate to comment down below, because I would like to know. I'd like to know how I can further improve upon this, because like I said, I've seen so many villager breeder designs since the villager mechanics were changed with that one of the recent updates not too long ago there. And yeah, the village and pillage and all that updates and stuff like that, they changed stuff, so people have been coming up with new ones, and this is honestly the best thing I've seen so far. See what I mean? When you open the trapdoors, they know how to pathfind around there, even though there's this little block, like space that you see, and they could go in and fall out, but they're smart enough to pathfind around that. So I don't know, like I said, that's optional. You can put that part in if you want, but if anything, you only really need that part right there. And I have not seen anyone else do this yet. If you see anyone else do this before my video, they are more than likely have copied me or only thought of it just recently, because you'd have to check the video release date when this one was recorded and all that, right? Because I hate when people steal credit for other people's hard work, and I'd be damn pissed if someone took credit for my hard work, because like I said, I've seen villager breeder designs, and then none of them have taken advantage of that concept yet. Just fully, you know, utilizing, like, basically telling the newest villager bred, which is the baby villager, right, to go to a specific area only. I've just seen people do this, oh, I'm gonna put a bunch of big gaps and hope it works. No, with my design, guys, you're guaranteed to get that villager out there each and every Minecraft day. So, you know, like I said, I hope it helps. I'm sorry about that little rant near the end, but I thought I could say that because, like I said, I have not seen anybody else do this. And this works great. So, like I said, if you have built this, tested it, you have any issues, please let me know. I will do my best to fix them, to make sure it works on your platform. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you found it helpful. If you did, hit that like, subscribe for future content and tutorials. I also have a Let's Play going on, so if you got the time, go ahead and check that out too. It's there for your entertainment. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.